Or TV?
Indoor.
Meat or fish?
Are we talking about beef or are we talking about chicken?
We both know the answer is meat. Meat or fish? The answer is meat. The answer is meat.
No, but it depends. If it's beef, then yes, I like meat.
Beef or chicken is still meat.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What kind of meat?
But it's meat is meat.
Okay, true.
Online shopping or physical shopping?
Online shopping.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I actually miss going into shops and trying things on.
I don't like trying it. It's so long.
I keep returning stuff.
Yeah, I like the fact that I can return it,
Yeah.
but then I can forget to return stuff.
Yeah, you do. Okay, walk or run?
Walk.
Gym or home workouts?
Gym, definitely.
Okay, group settings or one-on-one?
Depends, honestly. Who's the group? But I think I prefer one-on-one.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Night or day?
Day.
Popcorn or ice cream?
Ice cream.
Huh?
Yeah, ice cream. I'm not really that much of a fan of popcorn, but
actually, you're not. Yeah, you do like
Yeah.
ice cream. You're the one that introduced me to that chocolate fudge brownie stuff.
Yes, that's my favorite.
Yeah.
You know, my birthday's coming up.
Oh gosh, alright, let's not play that. A phone call or text?
A phone call.
Really? I really don't like being on the phone.
I'm a phone call person. I want to hear the
like
person's voice. I want to, you know.
No, I don't like being on the phone. Okay, cool. So, in 3 words, Mary, who are you? What would you say? The 3 best words that describe exactly who you are.
I would say funny. I like to think I'm funny. So making me laugh.
Funny.
Empathetic.
Empathetic. It's like empathy.
Yeah.
Empathy. Okay. Yeah. Empathetic. Funny, empathetic, and what else?
And caring.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
Lovely. So those 3 words describe exactly who you are as a person.
Yes.
Okay, awesome. Okay, so let's get straight into it. Let's talk about your background, your childhood. So where were you born? Where did you actually grow up?
I was born in Nigeria, actually.
Okay.
So I was born in a little town called Ibadan, which is where my parents are actually.
Is Ibadan small?
It's quite small, actually.
Is it?
Yeah, it's known for brown roofs. So when you stand up, you can see a load of
brown roofs. Oh, awesome. Okay, so when did you move to down there?
So
tell us about your siblings, your parents.
So growing up, I have 2 brothers and I'm the only girl, which is why I'm very much a princess most of the time.
I'm just gonna. Okay.
But no, on a serious note, I'm in the middle as well. So when I was growing up, my parents were very, very busy. Were quite well to do. So my dad actually went to America for a while, and then it was just me and my mom. And my mom was one of the first female bankers, in a senior position in Nigeria. So she used to literally leave us very early in the morning and come back late in the night. So we never saw our parents like that. Okay. So we had people driving us to school. By the time we come home, we had house help.
Family and friends, stuff like that.
Yeah, we had all of that, but we never actually got to see our parents that much. Shout out mom and dad if you're watching. But one thing I love about my childhood was that they always asked me what did I want, especially around my birthday. So when I was 10, I came here for a visit. And I didn't actually like it because I was just like, what is
it's
this
freezing.
thing?
This place is cold, man.
Yeah, I didn't like it. And then we went back home. And then, when I was around 13 or 12, we moved here.
Okay, awesome. So your whole family moved here?
No, my parents came first and they decided to get a job, get a flat, and then they would come and get us. So so they left us back home with my grandma, my aunties, and the other extended families.
Okay, nice. So for the viewers who don't know, tell everybody exactly what you do, how long you've been doing it for, and exactly what your profession means. What do you do on a day-to-day?
Okay, so I am a senior therapeutic radiographer, and that means I treat adults and children with cancer, basically using radiation.
Okay. So how long have you been doing it for?
I have been doing so. I studied for 3 years, and I've been qualified. Well, I qualified in 2016. So if you count plus when I was studying, that's about 8 years.
So you've been doing it for 8 years?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a bit weird.
So are there different versions of what you do?
In what way? No, there isn't a different version. I just specifically focus on cancer care.
Radiography.
Yeah, radiotherapy. So they're different. Okay, I see what you mean. So they're different types. So there's the one who do this, when you break your arm or so, and someone wants to do an X-ray. They are called diagnostic radiographers. So they just do with CT or X-ray, general X-ray. Okay. But whereas my profession just does everything to do with cancer.
Okay, awesome. And why this particular what's the word? Why that particular industry, basically? Why did you choose that? Because obviously some people could maybe be trying to find the ingredients for medicine to help people with cancer. Why that specific industry? Why did you choose that one? Is it something you knew you wanted to do all along? How did you even find out what that was?
I didn't actually. It's so weird because I knew from a young age I wanted to do something within healthcare. I knew I wanted, growing up in like Nigeria or African household, you're either told you have to be an accountant, a lawyer, a doctor, just this, or an engineer.
Were you told that?
No, not necessarily, but there was almost an expectation that you better be doing something serious.
Really?
Yeah, I told my dad I actually wanted to be an actress. And he was like, no. It's just like, hell no.
So your parents must be really happy then?
They are happy, but I think I would have been a great actress. I mean...
Mary, No.
And, I did dabble in a bit of singing here and there.
You do what, sorry?
Dabble in a bit of singing.
Where? How? When?
You love my singing. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. We're always singing together. Are we not?
Why are you lying? Why are you lying to the people?
No, I am terrible at singing. And I used to be in the choir as well. So I don't know how. Yeah, I don't know why they didn't kick me out at all. So, no, I knew I wanted to do something within healthcare. I didn't know specifically what I wanted to do. At first, I thought I wanted to do medicine. But actually thinking about it, when I first came here, my parents didn't know what secondary school to go. So they just put me in any secondary school. So I went to one of the worst secondary school in Croydon. And I was put in all the bottom set for all my classes. Yeah.
So how old was you when you actually started school?
They just finished year 7, so I came at the summer holiday. Yeah, and then I just joined in year 8. Yeah, okay. So they put me at all the bottom set, and I worked my way up. Oh, because they thought, they do, because they thought, she's just come from Africa, she probably doesn't know anything.
That's so bad.
And when in all my parents' evening, in all my grades, I did really well. So they then pushed me up to the top set, but it was still the top set of the bottom set. So there were the gifted and the talented, some other kids, but I was never in the top set. So when it came to doing GCSE, and I told my teacher, I was really a teacher's pet as well. I said, I want to do science. They were like, well, you've been put in to do BTech, so that's not actually possible.
Wait, so they chose what you would study for you?
Well, yeah, kind of, because of the set I was in. So if you were in a certain set, you were automatically put into BTech. If that makes sense, right? Yeah. So there's another group that would actually do the proper GCSE. So they said if I wanted to do science, so I had to finish my BTech, and then if I get a distinction in it, then they'll put me in for normal GCSE. So I said, okay, it was me and my other friend, and we just stayed up all night. We did everything. We got distinctions. And then they said, okay, we'll put you in GCSE. But then they put us in foundation. So I don't know if you remember, with foundation, you can only get a C. And then my other teacher was like, this is still not good enough, because if you want to study science later on, you have to be better. So they said, okay, for us to do this, you have to get a C. And if you get a C, we'll put you in a higher class. So actually, I have so many GCSEs and so many BTECs.
That's so weird. I actually went to private school.
Really?
No, I actually went to private school.
I did not know that.
Yeah, I went to private school, and in my year group, there wasn't that stuff. That's why I'm just like, oh, really? Like bottom set, blah blah blah. There was only one class per year in my school. So I went to a school in Croydon, and then my mum moved me from that school into a private school.
Oh wow!
So you can imagine there was probably like 6 sets in 1 year, like 6 classes in year 5. But in this private school, there was 1 class in each year.
Oh wow!
So it's very, very different.
Wow.
Yeah, it's very.
You had
different.
it easy, girl.
No, they were very strict.
Really?
In private school, it was very, very strict. Yeah, it was very strict. But it was good. It was alright. As a Christian private.
See, I did not even know that.
Yeah.
So I'm learning about you.
Yeah, no, that's really interesting. Okay, so let's move on. Talk to us about your transition from school to. Did you go to college or did you do sixth form?
Yes, I went to sixth form. So yeah, I did all of that and then did higher. Thank you. I did higher eventually, and
you went to sixth form.
Yeah.
So what did you go on to study?
Sixth form. No, it's a long story, and I have to say. So I did a diploma first, which was like you have to do 6 A levels because nobody would accept me to do.
Even though you got so many GCSEs.
It's such a longer story, honestly, Tanisha. So anyway, cut the long story short. I did maths, I did English, I did chemistry, and I did human biology.
In sixth form?
Yeah.
Wow.
And I didn't want to go to college.
Wow, I done drama. Yeah.
Did you want to be an actress, Tanisha? Was that it?
I mean,
Tanisha can sing.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what I wanted to do. I just wanted to do something creative, I think.
You are very creative. Yeah.
Thanks. That's really interesting though. So you have loads of GCSEs and you went on to study even more subjects as well. So did you get really good marks in those subjects? Did you enjoy the subjects? What ones didn't you enjoy?
I hated chemistry. I think...
But that's science, no?
Yes, it is. I don't know if it's the teacher I had. I think sometimes when you have a really rubbish teacher, it does affect on how you learn. Right. So I don't know if it was because of my teacher. So I hated chemistry, so I dropped chemistry.
Did you?
Loved English and
I loved English.
Yeah, I loved English.
Is science with a lot of numbers as well?
Is science what?
Does it have like a lot of numbers in it?
It does.
I didn't do that.
It does. It depends on what kind of science you do though.
So that's why
physics has a lot of calculation.
Okay,
Yes. So that helped me with my level.
Okay, interesting. So talking about the transition from there, after your sixth form, what happened? Where did you go on to? What did you study? What grades did you kind of get from there?
So I then decided to do something within medicine. So I found a friend of mine was telling me, oh, this is what her mom does, and she was like, oh, okay, I'll be interested to have a look at this. And then I did a short day, and I loved it, and so I decided, oh, this is what I want to do, and I really enjoyed it from there. I did a few more shadowing days, and I really enjoyed it, and then that was it, to be honest. So when I transitioned, when I got into university, I thought, would I like this? Would I not? But it went smoothly for me, to be honest. And I got a 2-1.
Okay, nice. Did you mention what you studied?
Therapeutic radiography and oncology.
Okay, therapeutic. Okay, so let me explain what I think that is. Therapeutic therapy. So to me, that is like mind stuff. Therapeutic, therapeutic radiography. Yeah. Radiography is like scanning stuff. So to me, see, you go. Getting it. So to me, that is like scanning something, but making the person. It's like therapy through the scanning. So it's something that's repeated over time.
Yeah. No. We're just gonna go with that. Okay. You're there. You're there.
Therapeutic radiography and what else?
And oncology.
Yeah. Oncology. I'm not even gonna attempt to guess it.
Try.
Oncology.
I have every faith in you, girl.
Let me be honest with you. Oncology sounds like a throat thing. What? Yeah, oncology.
How?
I don't know. It just maybe cancer in the throat.
There is cancer in the throat, actually.
Yeah, what's that called?
Yeah. Okay. But also head and neck cancer. But oncology is the study of cancer, or cancer care. In simple.
Oncology is the study of cancer? Yeah. That's really sad that I didn't know that.
I mean, I had every faith in you, sis.
That's really sad. I didn't know that. So explain to the viewers who might not know, what is the first thing you said, therapeutic
radiography. So therapeutic radiography is actually what I do. So when people ask, what are you? So I am a therapeutic radiographer. So it's basically the study of what I do. So in simple terms.
Okay, awesome. So you went on to do that for 3 years. Yeah. You graduated with a 2-1. Yeah. And then after that, did you think, oh, I want to break for a year? Did you think what you're going to do after? Did you want to go straight into working straight away? Did you want to, did you have any other thoughts? Did you want to break? What else did you want to do?
So I've said this several times. I never wanted to use my degree. I thought I wanted to be...
you wanted to be a city girl. She wanted to be a city girl, guys.
I always say this all the time. I've always...
Why?
Because
why?
I'm very... I've got a very... I've got a business side to me, right?
But Mary...
And so I thought, I just want to make money. And if you think about it, with healthcare, you're not actually making that much money. You're doing it because of your passion for people. So I thought, I really, really just want to be making money and living it up.
Being Canary Wolf in Central London. Okay, Okay,
something along that line.
To me, it sounds like you really fought for your grades. Like you moved from Nigeria to the UK.
Yeah.
You went to school. You fought from bottom set to get to top set.
Yeah.
You then went on to sixth form, and you done maths, English, two other things that I can't remember, chemistry and something else, and then you fought and English, and you fought your way into university, and you got a high grade. You got a 2-1.
Yeah.
So why did you do all that fighting to get to where you were, and you just thought, just a degree? Like, what happened? What did you meet someone? Like, what happened, Mary? After all of that fighting, you need to go and carry bag on the tube and fight for seat and be a city girl.
See, when you put it like that,
I mean, yeah, because I'm hearing your story and I'm thinking, okay, Mary's actually got a lot of degrees and stuff under her belt. So what you do now, I think, is amazing. It's inspirational. I can't imagine you in the city with all of this knowledge that you have. It just doesn't make sense to me. Okay, so because of time, let's move on. So, what would you say to your younger self about the role that you're in now? Would you have chosen differently? Would you do something else in cancer care? And then after that, we'll move into the different types of cancer care, and we'll talk about some myths about cancer care as well.
Okay. What I would say to my younger self is that just keep going. Everything will be all right, and everything that you're doing now, it will literally pay off. Soon, very, very soon. Because I thought, this was the end. I felt like everything was just against me. But
really? Okay, so again, the question is, in terms of the industry that you're in now, exactly what you're doing now, and you've done all that studying, what would you do differently? Would you change career paths? Would you do something else in cancer care? Would you want to do exactly what you're doing now?
I wouldn't change anything.
Really?
I really wouldn't. And I'm so glad I didn't decide to become a city girl, because I think after a while, I think I would have been bored. And knowing and seeing my patient, and the fact that I'm always active, just meeting different people, I think that excites me more, and I would have been bored being the city girl.
Okay, awesome. Okay, so tell us about your day-to-day life.
Okay.
I know you work at a private hospital. We'll talk about the fact that you're bougie, and we'll talk about that because so Mary actually worked for, I'm not going to name and shame them, and one day she thought that their coffee was horrible, and she decided she cannot work there anymore because the
more we keep it talking about this, people are going to think the worst of
has standards. So she then left that place of work and she went and started working in a private hospital. So tell us a bit about the day-to-day, your team. What exactly do you do? It looks like you have a lot of fun at work, to be honest with you, with your team as well. So tell us about, like, when you wake up, you're on the motorway because you've got quite a long drive to work, isn't it? And then, tell us about your day-to-day.
So my job is actually based in Reading. So I have to leave quite early, and, all that driving stuff is quite long, if I'm being honest. But in the morning, getting to work, the first thing I have to do is ensure all the machines are fine, do any kind of checks, any kind of calculations to ensure that they're safe enough for us to treat patients. So if you go on our Instagram page, you'll actually see some of the checks that I'm talking about that we have to do on a day-to-day basis. And then afterwards, we do a small meeting to talk about our patients, what we're going to expect, what doctors are coming in, what we need to do, kind of distribute.
So new doctors come in every day?
So some doctors have clinic, so they want to see their patients, before they would, but now we have it online, so we have to be present there as well, so that we can input some stuff in, we can give our feedback in whilst they're having the meeting with the doctors. And then it's just from there we go on to treatment and treating patients, doing paperwork, calling patients who finished.
What is, when you say a treatment, can you talk us through the most common treatment?
The most common treatment
How does it work?
would be probably a breast treatment or prostate treatment. Okay. So the patient would have to come in and they would lie, if it's a breast treatment, the patient will be lying down and their hands are above their head, and we'll basically get the machine positioned around them so the machine moves completely around them. It doesn't touch them, it will come quite close to them.
So it literally is a scan. It literally is like an actual...
There's a scan and then there's the actual treatment. but they can't see or feel anything happening.
So do they have the scan with you guys first as well, and then the actual treatment as well?
Yeah, so they have to come in like a few weeks before they start treatment. We do a scan to plan their treatment.
When you're going to treat what
exactly. Oh, girl, you get it. And then when they come for that scan, we give them the appointment times, and then they go away. After 2-3 weeks, they come back and they start their treatment. But then every day before we switch on the machine, and we have to do like a mini scan to ensure that they're in the right position. We're happy with everything, and then we treat them.
Okay, so another question. Like, what is the treatment? Because you said that they do the scan, they're lying on the bed, but what is the treatment? Like, how is it like radioactive stuff going into like, what is it?
It's basically radiation. It's like a very high energy radiation.
Does it burn, do you think?
It doesn't.
It's painless.
It's painless. And they don't see or feel anything. So sometimes some patients don't actually believe that anything is happening. The only thing that they will hear is they'll hear the machine moving. So they'll hear a big machine moving all around them. They can hear like lots of noises, and they're thinking, oh, what the hell is this? And it almost looks like they're in a what's it called, a roller coaster, or like because of how the bed moves and all of that. So it feels like they're literally on a roller coaster, or a big machine is just, or they're in space and like a big machine
have
is
you
just
been in one of those
moving
machines
up.
before?
Yes, actually. Yeah, it's
So
actually quite fun. Yeah, it's uncomfortable, but it's also quite fun from a staff point of view, basically.
Okay, so this leads on to my next question. How would you say you remain empathetic with your patients?
I think the best thing to do is always to remember that person is not just another breast, another prostate,
They're
or
actually
another
real
lung.
people.
Exactly. That's someone's mom. That's someone's dad. That's someone's girlfriend or fiance. And I think when you remember that, you automatically remember that, okay, I want to do the best for this person, because they have people at home who are holding on to the fact that they're not ready to let go.
And they're relying on you guys to...
Exactly. And even the things that patients share with us, parents who've got little kids under 5, and they're like, they want to see their kids grow or go to secondary school, university.
Has a patient said that to you before?
Yeah. I've had a man tell me he was quite end stage, and he was having just a bit of radiation to relieve his side effects or symptoms, or he was in so much pain. And he was like, he just wants a bit more treatment so that he can be able to walk his daughter down the aisle. So he was just having a bit more treatment. Exactly. So you get all of that as well. And when you build that bond, you almost want to do your best for them.
Yeah. Oh, that's really sad. Okay, so what is the hardest thing about your job, would you say? You can say as many things. It doesn't have to be one thing.
I think it's always losing a patient. I think you never ever prepare for that, because of the fact that we always build a bond with them. You meet them, Monday to Friday for 4 weeks. So that's literally, a month. So they know about my life, I know about their life. It's almost like we've built a friendship.
Like a new friendship.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or some people 7 weeks, it can be longer than that. And remember, you started talking to them before their scan. So when they meet you at their scan, they're like, oh, so this is the person I've been talking to. So I've met them before the 4 weeks when they come in for treatment. And then hearing that person has passed away, or hearing that they've had their cancers come back again, it's always hard to deal with. Like, you're never ever prepared for it.
So for people that might be wanting to get into the same role that you're doing, how is the best to prepare for that mentally?
I would say mentally, you have to be aware that you are doing everything in your best interest for that patient, that you're putting the patient at the forefront of everything. If you see anything that can put a patient's life at risk, definitely speak up. Just ensuring that by the time, and I always say this when I was in placement, by the time I leave those doors, I feel like I ask myself, have I done the best for every patient I have come across? And if you know you have, then mentally you would be prepared and you'll be fine.
Okay, so lovely. And what's the best thing about going to work? A few of the best things.
Apart from the coffee?
You're something else. Actually,
Actually, the coffee is not that great. The coffee is honestly, yeah.
Is it? I don't like machine coffee. You know the ones that you make yourself.
It's not that great. So
I shall go back to your other place then.
It's better than the other place, but it's not that good. Seeing patients when they've finished, and I love the fact that the team or the company I work for right now, or the team I am with right now, it feels very much like a family. We all look out for each other. We're all very,
How many
very
of you are in
close.
that team?
There is probably about 6 of us.
Okay,
A few people.
quite a small,
yeah,
intimate team.
It's quite small, but yeah.
Okay, so the team that you work with and the coffee.
We're gonna leave the coffee out. We're gonna leave the coffee out, but the patients and the team.
As well. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome, lovely. Okay, so Mary has a platform
Mm-hmm.
called it's actually a charity called Cancer Education UK. So I'm gonna leave her to kind of explain fully and in depth what that charity is, what exactly that she's done. And I know we're in the beginning of 2021, so let us know just a few events that you had last year. What did you do? I know you've won some awards as well, so just tell them everything.
So Cancer Education UK is basically a charity that focuses on helping patients from Black, Asian and ethnic minority communities.
And sorry to interrupt, but it's something you founded yourself. It's nothing to do with your work. It's something you founded yourself from the ground up, right?
Yeah.
Awesome.
So we support people from, including refugees as well, and people from low socioeconomic background. Started in 2016, registered it in 2017, and we've been growing ever since. So at the moment, we have over 30 volunteers and 7 trustees. We have a website which is www.cancereducationuk.org. We're on all social media platform, which is cancer_EDUK, and basically we raise awareness about cancer. So we go into different communities, we teach people about signs and symptoms of cancer, we encourage them to go for screening programs, because a lot of Black people, even Asian people, don't go for screening programs.
She made me do mine,
and I'm glad she did. So attend your screening programs. It really does save a life. And then we provide support. So research has shown that a lot of Black and Asian people don't go to
Why do you think that is?
I think it's because of the fact that they don't think those people would understand them. And I think there's a comfort that patients have when they see that it's someone of the same skin color as them, or it's someone that has some kind of cultural belief with them as well. There's that kind of relief that they have, that they can open up to you. So they don't go to all those other charities. So I thought, why not start something that is for us, by ourselves. Obviously, we're open to helping everybody and anybody, and then we help patients who have gone through treatment get better and get back into the workplace and community. So patients who finish treatment, a lot of things that they always face is that, if I eat this, does that mean the cancer will come back? If I do this,
so they have a lot of questions after treatment.
And there's a lot of anxiety as well. So we help them get back stronger and fitter. And that's basically what we do. We've worked within Croydon, we've worked briefly in Chelsea and Kensington as well. We want to do so much more, but obviously because of lockdown, there is quite a lot of restrictions, but we're moving all our platforms on everything we're doing online as well.
Okay, awesome. So we're still gonna park right there because there's a lot of stuff she's missed. So I know you used to do a lot of Instagram lives, and I'm sure they're saved onto your actual Instagram platform as well. So you can tell us about that. The awards as well that you've won, the events that you've done last year. She created some really nice hampers as well that she was giving out last year as well. You've missed out a lot, Mary. you've missed out a lot.
So the event we did last year was called Beauty Despite Cancer, and I think the event was just to make sure women know and understand that no matter whatever they go through, whether it be cancer, that they were still beautiful despite it. And it was almost a way of instilling confidence back in women. So we had a lot of brands like L'Oreal and pharmacists sponsor us, and we gave lots of goodie bags so that women can just remember that they're beautiful with or without cancer, and before and after cancer as well. And then the awards, the Croydon, the mayor of Croydon gave us an award for the work that we've done within Croydon, and just to recognize us and just to say thank you and to encourage us to keep going as well.
Okay, and why did you why did you feel it was important to give hampers out last year? What was the meaning of that?
I think people
and they weren't small hampers, they were big hampers.
Is this a Christmas hamper?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the Beauty Despite
No. That was the event. Yeah.
Okay, so the Christmas hampers. I think because the year had been quite rubbish, and I wanted people to almost remember that we were thinking about them, that we didn't want them to just feel left out, and it was almost an incentive from us to always say that you always have us no matter what, even though things are tough right now, and it was just to honestly show love and just to show appreciation to people. And even if they're going through a really tough year or they're going through something, it's just to kind of cheer them up. And I just wanted to put a smile onto people's faces, because each of those hamper had like a personalized message for myself, and things that I knew about those people.
Yeah. So you built. Is this only from people in the community of Cancer Education UK?
Yes.
Okay.
In a way.
So you built up a relationship with these people?
Yes.
Basically. Okay.
So these were patients that we had sponsored, patients that come on our live, so patients that we already had so much of an interaction with. So some of our patients that we've been sponsoring, I know how hard it's been for them to continue to go in for treatment. So, things like, I'm like, when they finish their treatment, like, I'm so proud of you for finishing the treatment. Just little things like that, just to encourage them.
Awesome. So if anybody wants to join that platform, could you let them know exactly how they can join? Should they reach out to you? Should they send an email, message? What should they do?
So you can reach out to myself, or most importantly, you can reach out to the Cancer Education team. So if you go on our website, which is www.cancereducationuk.org, if you go on the website and I believe there's a form, and just fill it out, we'll get back to you as soon as possible. Or on any of our social media platforms. We're on LinkedIn, which is Cancer Education UK, on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, which is cancer_EDUK.
Awesome, lovely. So just for the different communities out there as well, I know we did touch on this, but I'd like you to just briefly say, what is the importance of people kind of getting smear checks, and I'm not sure what the various words are, what they're called, but what are the importance of that?
So the importance of having like screening programs, like smear test, smear test, the breast screening. It's because so any abnormalities or any changes are picked up quite early, and what that then does is that if it is cancerous, we're able to, if cancer is picked up early, there's so many different treatment options that the patient can have. But the risk of not attending that screening program is the fact that things can be missed and not be picked up early. So that means the person might never know they had this thing, cancer growing within them till it's at the late stage, and then if it's at the late stage, their treatment option is quite, it's not as vast as someone who has early stage cancer. So it's very, very important, so it can detect any abnormalities or anything that could potentially save a life, to be honest.
Okay. Awesome. So just before we round up, and people want to know 5 interesting facts about you, let them know.
5 interesting.
That's sad.
I did not know this was going.
Like, what else do you do outside of work? Because you're quite fun, you're bubbly. I think people can see your personality coming through. So what other things do you love doing? Give us 5 interesting facts about you.
I love cooking. And I think I love hosting people. Is that too? Does that count as too? Okay.
I love cooking. You love hosting people. You like dancing, Mary.
I don't dance that often.
When you're in the kitchen here with your music.
when I'm cooking. Yeah, that's because when I'm cooking. Okay. One can argue. I like dancing. I like, what else?
It can be anything at all. Interesting facts about you.
Oh, I went missing as a child. I told you this story. You have to remember.
When you went to the bus stop?
Yeah.
That was fake missing though.
That was technically missing.
Well, to your mum you were missing. Yeah, she went missing.
And the last one. I don't know. I'm part of the House of Medics.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much, Mary. If anybody wants to contact you, Cordell, thank you for your questions as well. I think we did answer them, so I'm not going to read them out. But if you do have any questions, you know where to find Mary. She's going to say all of her details now. Please let us know your Instagram handle, Twitter handle, your cancer education handles again as well, and exactly where people are going to find you. They do DM you. What do they do to get in touch?
So for Instagram, Twitter, it's at Miss IMSSOLADELE. Same on Twitter as well. Cancer education is cancer_E for elephant, D for Delta, U for uniform, and K for kilo. Or you can go on our website www.cancereducationuk.org.
Awesome, lovely. Thank you so much, Mary.
Thank you for having me.
Well, you live here.
I mean, I learned something different about you. I learned that you went to private school. Now that's why you're bougie. That's why you're bougie.
I think I was born out of the womb with the bougie. Do you know what? I was actually naughty. I think that's why I got moved to private school.
You don't say. I would never picture you as naughty.
That's another story for another day. So thank you guys for tuning in. We are House of Medics. We are on Instagram, we're on LinkedIn, we're on YouTube as well, and we're on Facebook as well. So any questions? You tell them what the website is.
You tell them.
It is wearehouseofmedics.org. See? Thank you so much, guys. And we will see you in a couple of weeks with the next awesome guest.
That's wrong. It's actually houseofmedics.org.
Okay.
Oh, it's Anisha.
Almost. All right, guys.
Terrible.
Again, thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks. Bye.
Bye.